Hi, Dr. David here, author of Sex Under the Influence, Understanding and Healing from Sexualized Drug Use, right off the press. Get your copy today. Also available in ebook, by the way. But today I want to talk about a different topic, and that is the impact of bipolar disorder on sexuality. Now, everybody probably knows bipolar disorder is characterized by two extreme mood swings. One into a manic phase, which is a very accelerated, high-speed state, feeling kind of grandiose, feeling really good, feeling like really powerful. I can do anything. On top of it, I can do 5 things at once, and often that kind of manic energy can lead to, in sexual terms, a lot of hyper-focus on sexuality and sexual promiscuity. Right. The other side of bipolar disorder is the depressive side, going from that top of the world kind of state into the pits of despair. It can happen quite rapidly. And so that is the other side, the depression side. Where bipolar disorder really impacts sexual behavior is in that manic side, right? When we are manic, and that manic side of it, the manic cycle, what happens? We get very sexually focused. We get very, as I said, kind of grandiose. We get very impulsive. We just do things. We think of something. We think that's a great idea. I can do that. Let's do it now. And we were often running. And so a lot of times with sexual behavior, this can lead to high risk sex, to not being very careful, to kind of not using our executive function of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, to say, oh, that didn't work out so well last time. Maybe we shouldn't do that again. All that goes out the window, right? Because this idea sounds great and it sounds like something very plausible. So that hypersexuality can be a real problem for people because it can lead to actual sexual risky behavior and promiscuity. One of the things we have to do in sex addiction is to do what we call a differential diagnosis. If I see somebody come in who has a lot of promiscuous behavior, is that a sex addiction, or is it caused by bipolar disorder or obsessive compulsive disorder or some other disorder that's not sex addiction? And there are ways to rule that out. But in bipolar disorder and sex, we don't see that same kind of reward associated with the sexual acting out that we do with addiction, the inability to stop, this going on despite adverse consequences and so on, some of those specific criteria. We do see some of those, but we can make a differential diagnosis and figure out, is this really a bipolar disorder or is this an addiction disorder? If it is a bipolar disorder, there are medications, right? And that's the good news and the bad news, because the medications can control the psychotic features, they can control some of the mood swings, they can stabilize the moods, but they also can really mess up sexual arousal. They can really suppress arousal, so libido is kind of shot. By the way, bipolar disorder can impact a relationship with the mood swings, the conflicts, the unpredictability. It's very difficult. For all that said, I would recommend getting a therapist on board as part of your team. Sex can work, but you need a good team playing for you. Talk about it later. More on this to be sure. Dr. David here, signing out.